Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just a tad bit late today. Sorry. Sorry. Let me see if my glasses are okay. Hello, everyone. What a shadow there is in the mornings at this time of year. So funny. I just love the difference that goes on. I don't know. I just love it. We have this awkward shadow, right? And what you guys don't see is that my window, they're glass, but they're made like plantation shutters. And so the shadow is the shadow and then light and then shadow again and light is the way the window is made. When I do my exercises in the morning, you can literally see the sun beaming through and then the shadow. It's real funny and awkward at the same time. And because I can't do anything about it, right? The lighting is the lighting, but I kind of like the natural lighting, whether it's, the rays coming through. I kind of like it. I like when you can't do anything that God has created. When it's like, can't do anything about it. Haha. The sun is the sun. I am me. Find your way to work with me. That's the way I see it. So let me say hello to everyone because we have a lot to talk about today. So good morning, Angel. Good morning and good health. And good health to your husband. I hope his steroid shots went well. Unless he's going today. Vovo, good morning. Good morning, Vovo. How are you? Hold on a second. All right. Wait, what's happening here? Okay. What's happening here? Okay. Good morning, Magic Mermaid. Good health, Grace. Good morning, Vovo, says Angel. Good morning, Auntie and Chad. Miss Shay, where were you yesterday? I'm not asking you and forcing you to come every day. Don't ever think that. When I ask you, where were you yesterday? It's because I missed you. It's not because I demand. Don't think that. It's genuine. How are you, Tracey Brown? I am perturbed. But we will talk about that. Hey, Angel Light, says Fovo. Hand purple peace face. I don't know what emoji you're trying to send, child. With three eyes and droopy eyes. Girl, what are you trying to send? Magic Mermaid. Ample Gilly, good morning. Good morning, beautiful Tracey. Please keep me in your prayers. What does that mean? Sin W, healthy rising, Tracey, good health, and a mystical misfits. Yes. Yes. Tracey, that purple came out beautiful. What purple? Oh, no. This isn't the purple. No, this is purple hair wax. It didn't come out. It came out, but it's so dark. What can you do? Good morning, Tracey. Your hair is absolutely beautiful. Thank you, but it's hair wax. It's hair wax. Good morning, Mama G. Good morning, Tracey in chat. Tracey, the color on your top of your hair is so very pretty. Hair wax. Hair wax. Oh, good morning, Magic Mermaid and Miss Shea, Florida, Ensign W. Angel says, Love your hair too. Thank you. Good health, Angel. Magic Mermaid, everyone. Hearts to everyone. He's feeling better. Thank you. Happy rising. Oh, the job. Oh, the job. Okay, I will. I will. Thank you, sweetie. Auntie, laugh out loud. I know it's genuine. Thank you. Oh, yeah, very genuine. I'm loving the color, though. Thank you. Thank you. I really want to go back to purple. I just wanted it to be permanent so I wouldn't have to keep putting it in my hair, but didn't work out that way like I had wanted. It is purple, but it was such a deep. I left the stuff in so long, and when you leave it in too long, then it gets, these deep hues. That's not what I wanted, but that's my problem. So it is what it is. Okay. I wonder if I put blonde on top of it, could I get the purple to come out now? What do you think? I'll talk to my hairdresser. All right, guys, can we? Oh, I didn't make coffee. I gotta make coffee, guys. I can't talk to you without coffee. Tracey, shining bright like a diamond. Let me tell you something. Talking about shining bright like a diamond. These West Indians don't fuck with Rihanna when it comes to, here. Relax. She's queen here. Period. You think blonde would bring out the color? Okay, so next time I henna. By the way, henna is so gritty. I felt like I had the katam first, and it was a katam that I kept over 12 hours. It's hilarious. It's so gritty. I feel like I took dirt and put it in my hair and said, go purple. Thank you, Ken. Aw. Hi, Tracey. Love your videos. What are your thoughts on Halle and Selena drama? If anyone knows, you do. Yeah, I haven't studied it yet. I do know that Selena has always been psychotic and jealous. Always. Always. But I haven't studied it yet, so let me study it, and then I will do a reading on it. And when I say study, I've been hearing about it, but they don't come across my feed because I don't watch prepubescent babies argue. We're going to talk about colorism and Real Housewives of Potomac. What the fuck is on my face? Hold on. So get your thoughts ready on colorism. Your personal thoughts, your personal experiences. Get your thoughts ready on colorism. Colorism settings. And guess. No. I don't know how I lost you guys, but I did. Let me see. Oh, yeah. And if anybody wants to come on, I will invite you to come on and say what you have to say. And you could be on video or you could not be on video. Just don't come on until it's time. Because when I see somebody in the guest, I get really nervous. I'm like, oh my God, somebody's there, and I must talk to them. Like, it's just weird shit that goes on in my head. Let me make my coffee, and I will be right back. Let me find my picture and some music, and I'm gonna put my earphones on, so I'll still be able to talk to you guys. In fact, let me put my earphone on right now. My earpiece. My earpiece. My face. I gotta get my face down here. Get my earpiece on. My earpiece on. How's my face? Oh, there I am. And I'm gonna get some music on. Keep coming in, guys. Keep encouraging people to like the video or whatever and subscribe. That's what you guys can do for me while I figure out how to make. Ooh. Oh, damn it. That's my fault. Make sure I get to not putting things away like I should. Take one more. Hello. All right. Can you guys hear me? Fine. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can't hear me. Either way. So, colorism. What's your take on colorism? Let me see. Let's go back up. Oh my God, I saw some of that yesterday. Did you? Wait, it's in W. Wait, Tracy. No, I'm not covering the Alex murder case. He killed his wife and child. Yeah, I'm not covering a murderer. I just can't deal with it. And I'll probably cover it, but I can't deal with the fact that he killed his wife and child. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. What, isn't his dad a judge or something? Weirdo. All right. I sent you a text, Tracy, kind of important. Did you send me a DM or a text? You sent me a DM. The Loft. Which one are you? I don't know which one you are, but yeah, I don't remember the actual reading. So I would say, if this is you, I would say, when was the reading and how expedite do you expect this person to come in like some magic wand, right? Like, make sure you're doing the things that you need to do to match up with the person that you need to match up with. Because what most people say later is, oh, yeah, Tracy said that. But, you know, you do what you need to do too. So I hope you're out there searching for the one. Does that make sense at all? All right. Sin, I haven't followed the case much, but yes, Seattle is explicitly banning discrimination on the basis of caste, making it the first city in the U.S. to take a step. Repeat that, Magic Mermaid.
No, I don't believe the fix is in with Murdoch. I don't believe that. I just don't want to do a reading on a murderer. He murdered his family. Okay, guys, you know what I don't like? I don't like when you guys lead and it's too early in the morning, too early in my Zen morning to talk about Murdoch. So, whatever that is inside of you all, release it. Let it go. Release it for the morning, right? Don't put all of that stuff inside of you, right? Be at peace. He's on trial. Let it be. Okay? Because I will invite you all to get your own shows then. Seriously. That way if you want to talk about Murdoch, 8 o'clock in the morning, because that's where your energy lies, then do it on your own show. And I'm dead serious, right? I look as young as I do because I don't let things like that get to me. You understand? Caste is a form of social stratification characterized by endogamy, hereditary transmission of a style of life. Yeah, I don't believe it. He murdered those people. So I don't believe his lifestyle is going to get him off. I think his lifestyle has gotten him to the point where he could murder his wife and child. I don't believe he's going to get off. I don't believe in 2023 that's a possibility. So stop. Stop. Everyone. Like, even that is a part of a coloristic belief system. So, what are you all worried about? That he's not going to get off? Is that what you're worried about? I wouldn't worry about a rich white man not getting off. I would worry about white cops that get off. When y'all don't follow those cases, don't get me out. Don't. It's too early in the morning. I'm trying to be Zen. By the way, my nickname is Zen here. I'm trying to be Zen. And y'all are going to obsess over the Murdoch case when I know so many of you did not follow cases of white cops being arrested, and then 1 year later they get off because y'all didn't follow the case. Just saying. Don't put Murdoch on me. I'll do Murdoch. His name is like murder. I'll do Murdoch when I want to, if I want to. I'm not giving attention. He's got enough people covering him. He's got enough attention. I think in this day and age, the Weinsteins and the Murdochs are going to get off based upon their social structure. Really? Then you all don't have faith in yourselves, and you don't all have faith in change. You all don't have faith in a system because you all aren't working to make sure that stuff like this does not happen. Thank you, Magic Mermaid. Got to release this energy now because I really got pissed off. We're not going to excite my feed with some Murdoch bullshit. We're not going to do it. Fuck a Murdoch. Man had 5 generations of privilege in his town. 5. I watch enough Dateline and because they only do white cases. I watch enough Dateline in 2020 to know white folks don't get off. They don't. It take longer to prosecute. That's for damn sure. Okay. Are we done? What is wrong with you? Know what? My face is changing. That's what's happening. You know what? My face is shedding, right? Because I'm going from winter to spring, summer. So my face is like doing something. It's shedding like a fucking snake. It's released. I love everyone that's like, release, release. Got it. Yes, Tracy, it's too early for that energy. Yes. Woosah, woosah. I wasn't even watching the feed. Oh my God. All right. Can we get mad about colorism? That's what I want to talk about today. Colorism. So I'm a little disappointed in Sherelle's world. I'm so disappointed. She's kind of been disappointing me, but I'm like, oh, Tracy, you're jealous. That's what I'm thinking inside my head. Like, oh, Tracy, you're jealous. Like, but no. Yesterday was the icing on the cake for me. Just the icing on the cake. Like, I'm not sure where her mindset is. I don't think she thinks she's black. Some of the comments that she made yesterday, she put herself outside the gate of colorism. And it's like, get in here. You get in here. So I was disappointed in Sherelle's world, who kept bringing up Carlos King. Now, I'm going to tell you something about responsible people in the world. Carlos King is the whole jam. Carlos King, the whole jam. What I loved about Carlos King yesterday is he said, I'm going to talk and I'm going to say what I want to say, and you can unfollow me. He says, my money is long. Now, when he said that, he was talking about his mentee that he left the show to. When they thought it was okay to ask the cast, should this be a segment where there was a healthy moderator? No, Andy, it should be a whole show. It should be a whole retreat. It should have been vacation in the Bahamas to talk about colorism for a whole week. It should be a whole show, a whole episode. Where you bring different people in to help moderate colorism. Where you give examples where people get to see that they have colorism inside of them because of a test they took. That's what I think. To play us dumb, to play black folks dumb, and to say, well, you know, we asked the cast, so you put it on the black cast that's colorist. And then made Candace, I'm sorry, Candace, you are my jam. But I know the producers coaxed you when you should have refused. Candace, would you like to start? No, I wouldn't like to start. Giselle, would you like to start? Giselle, I don't see colorism. And again, y'all know I have protected Ashley in the past. Ashley doesn't have enough grapes in her head, right? There's not enough. I need Ashley to get an education, period. I need Ashley to become a doctor like Wendy. I need her years and years and years getting an education. I don't give a fuck what she gets it in. She can get it in art for all I care. Music. But she needs an education. Because the grapes, they keep like jumbling around in her head. Some of them deflate. She's like eating the grapes. However, she took a beating during the season on Twitter and on Instagram And she was the only one that came out to say, I am not colorist. What Ashley did say on the show is that I can tell you I benefit from the color of my skin. And I have to give her a long arm, a long stretch. I have to say, I appreciate that, Ashley. Wait, who said she was dark skinned, Vovo? I'm confused. Who's Carlos King? Look him up, child. He has a YouTube podcast. He is fabulous. He used to be the lead producer on Real Housewives of Potomac and Atlanta. Who? Who said she was dark? She lost me when she said she was dark skinned. Who? Ashley? I'm sorry. Oh, Sherelle? Wait, she lost me when she said she was dark skinned. I don't know how she came out her face saying that she felt dark skinned, because what she did was put her husband on blast as if she wasn't dark skinned. She's like, tell him, I forget his name, but I do like him. Tell him how you felt. Oh, I got purple on my shirt. God damn it. What happened? This is ridiculous. All right. That's fitting right in. I'm going to leave it. It'll wash out. Perry. Oh, Vovo, you must be upset like me, because you just... When she said, Perry, tell him how it felt to be dark skinned. I'm like, bitch, you're dark skinned. Bitch, you're black. What are you talking? Perry, tell him what it's like. And Perry, I have to give him a lot of credit. He did disagree a lot with Sherelle, and he made some amazing points. And no matter what he said, Sherelle didn't get it. Now, sometimes Sherelle says her and Perry argue. For the first time, I could see why. Sherelle is dense as fuck. She's almost on the level of Ashley. Dense. Because the show that she did on colorism, I was more mad at Sherelle than I was at the Potomac Wives. Like, what the hell? Hi, LaShonda. Good help. What the hell? And I'm sitting there just shaking my head, and I'm like, am I going to talk about this tomorrow? Because I don't want to put another YouTuber on blast, but she put Carlos King on blast. So if she put Carlos King on blast, I can put her on blast. I recall Cheryl saying she was the darkest in her family of her siblings. Maybe that's why she associates with dark skin. But she doesn't associate with the black culture of being dark skinned. She was totally disconnected with the black culture of being dark skinned. Literally saying, really? That happens? And I'm like, Sherelle, you did not get to be the age of close to Bruno. I don't know how old she is, but close to Bruno, to not have had colorist issues in the workplace. In this, like, you've never had anyone that you're standing behind in a grocery store and they have their purse behind them and they're fine until they turn around and see a black person there and they very subtly move their purse to the front. You've never had that? You've never seen that? Where you want to tap somebody on the shoulder and be like, did you move your purse because you saw I was black? Is that a thing with you and your people? Like, you've never had that? You've never been at the workforce and tried to conform to workplace society because that's the way the whites expect you to act? You've never had your white voice? We have since changed it to the telephone voice. You've never had that? You've never gone in an interview and become unblack to get the job? Is anybody getting what I'm saying? I come from a different age bracket. We didn't have a choice. Because if you act and talked a certain type of way, you wouldn't get the job. And don't add color to it. Don't start getting darker in the hues. We all have. So what the fuck was Sherelle saying? No, because she said Perry took care of her, so she never had to have experiences as a black woman? Very true. Very true. Maybe she's so dense she didn't notice she was experiencing colorism. But sometimes if you're black, and listen, there's a spectrum of color with us. I've known dark-skinned blacks to act white and then put other blacks down. Remember, I'm coming from a different era, all right? Where people were learning to unlearn shit. I come from an era when light-skinned folks became hoteps to prove that they were black. I mean, strung out hoteps. I can't even act hotep right now, but I love hoteps. Hoteps are my favorite. Light-skinned folks was trying so hard to prove that they are part of the system, the black system, that they acted more black than black. But why should we have to work wise? I had to work wise. I had to. There was nothing in place. I was born in the 60s. What the hell did you think was going to happen in the 70s and the 80s? There was no correction. Once Martin Luther King died, there was nothing to protect us. There was no one to protect us. So we had to conform to them. And they're ugly and mean and disrespectful and discriminatory. And you had to navigate your way around that. You try being the only bank teller that's black. You try that. And you have to conform. Because they liked your interview. They liked the tone of your voice. Well, if we have to hire a black person, we love Tracey's voice. And she seems so conforming. They don't say that, but that's what it is. That's what it becomes. I remember I was a black only teller. And I had a black manager, child, Amazon, tall as fuck. She must have been 6'9", big boned woman with a heavy voice. His name was Shirley or Sheila or something like that. Pulled me aside every time she had a chance. Sit down. I'd be like, yes, Sheila. Hi. Let me tell you about these people. Educated me every chance she got. To let me know this is some bullshit. from her perspective to help me navigate my life. Sit down, Tracy. I'd come out like wanting somebody to sign something. And I was like, can you sign this? And she goes, yeah, come back to me. Okay, okay. Because I knew I was going to get a lecture on blackness because she cared about me. So I can't have the Sherelle worlds of the world, having a whole podcast and she can't identify with her blackness because her husband protected her. You got to look at the podcast. I would encourage everybody to look at the podcast and just listen to the words that come out of her mouth. And then her moderators that came on, right? They're all now afraid to speak like strong with her. They're like, well, Sherelle, I do disagree. No, come on and say, Cheryl, I disagree with you. The fuck? Or start your own podcast if you can't freely say to Sherelle, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Did you just say you don't know this? You've never, what did you just say? Let's get off of Potomac. Let's talk about you. Kempire did a really good job. He had this segment, which I really like. He had this segment called In My Opinion. So he let people give his opinion and then he did not respond. Fair. He didn't try to change somebody's mind. That's balance. But he also comes from law, right? But that was a balanced segment. Let people speak. You might learn something. I don't like Mia, but Mia should come back. Why should Mia come back? I really think Robin needs to come back and explain why. Because you want her to, or do you have insight with Bravo, hoping to take your community of people and convince them that Robin should come back? What's the trickery here? Because again, that's some slave master shit. Robin should come back. Robin should come back. How is it that in 7 years we never knew Giselle had a sister? Somebody explain things to me. 7 seasons? We're just finding out Giselle's sister was there for her when she got her dwindling uterus taken out? So Sheila, you know what you've gone through. Angel, we grew up in an era where it was, you babies don't get it. You babies are blessed. Walking to work every day acting white. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You have no idea what it's like to be forced to transform. And Sherelle gonna sit up and act like she don't have none of that in her. None of that in you? None? Let me tell you something. And let me tell you something right now. Carlos King is king. I see why he has the last name King. He is responsible. And by the way, he's a fairly light-skinned black man. And he's responsible. And I appreciate that. And Andy, you cannot be these people's friends. This topic needs to be a whole episode with your fucking cameramen, with your fucking producers, with your fucking executives. Everybody go on a vacation for a colorist retreat. Everybody don't have to be on camera, but they all better be there. I mean, I'm in shock. I am in shock. Sherelle, I hate to say it, but you're the problem in the Black community. We know people like you, and you're the biggest problem in the Black community. To step outside the gate and then dictate by way of your podcast. That's called privilege. And Candace, you grew up in a white neighborhood. Totally brown, beautiful brown, black skin. But there's a side of you that I can tell that is white inside. And so you do have a sense of privilege, and yet you're chocolate. Now, Wendy never had that privilege. Wendy's chocolate, foreign, came from another country. She's foreign, had to fight her way. I already know it. To get to the top, claw her way, prove herself. Not that Candace didn't have to, but the privilege of being in a private school and, all white school, right, gives her something to bounce off of. Wendy didn't have that. The only thing she had was the gratitude that America took her in to be educated. And if you watch Wendy, she's always conforming to that gratitude. She just wants friends. She just wants to fit in. She doesn't want to feel foreign. She wants to fit in with the masses. And they won't let her. And they won't respect her because she has 4 degrees. But if a white person was telling them they had 4 degrees, you know what they would do? Yes, you do have 4 degrees. Yes, you do. Carlos knew the assignment. Carlos knew the assignment, and it's because of Carlos. Don't get it twisted, Sherelle. It's because of Carlos you had an episode about it. Because it would have went over your head what happened at the reunion. And my only problem is that I get it a day late. So the very next morning, my first feed was Carlos, who was pissed off. And I was like, Carlos, I can't take this so early in the morning. I got to be zen. By the way, my name is Zen here. I got to be zen. And why are you so angry about colorism? And he went off. And I'm sitting there going, that's right, Carlos, that's right. And then I had to come to you guys. And I was like, Tracy, calm down. See, y'all think it's just Murdoch I can't talk about. I can't talk about colorism with Carlos yesterday. I think I can come in the feed and be calm. No. But I didn't want to do a whole, because remember I told you I was going to start, where are those cards? Let me see something. I'm missing my cards, but I don't know what I did with them because I got them wet. Remember I told you I was going to start doing readings on YouTubers, right? And, just talking about colorism, like Up and Adam, he can't do Black topics because it's not his jam. And when he does, he's very careful, right? So we need you, Sherelle, but we need you to be better. We need a better version of you. Morning, Sabrina. Is Sherelle colorist? Let me see what the cards say. Sorry, Sherelle, you're up for review. know she's a little loopy. Sherelle done wound up in more lawsuits. I'm like, how does one YouTuber wind up in so many lawsuits? Oh, by the way, Jaguar Wright got arrested again. I think in Texas. Oh, Jaguar. We were rooting for you, Jaguar, but that shit crazy, child. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Sherelle. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Sherelle is your child. She is your love. She is your beloved. Please, Father God, authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. It's Sherelle Kellerist. I don't know. I get the 5 of Cups. It's not that she's colorist. It's that she feels inadequate. There's something here. There's something here about inadequacy. The Knight of Cups. She has a presentation of being a part of something. It's a presentation. A little bit of showboating. It's a little bit of privilege there. And this card is victory. And I feel like it's victory. Yeah, it's a little bit of showboating, because it's a little bit of showboating and victory, because being protected, right? Like being protected. I don't know if it's inside her head or being protected in a secular section of her community, maybe growing up, maybe as an adult, didn't give her the ability to communicate with the masses enough to understand what the masses are going through. Did she ever work? I get the High Priest, and this is a cover-up card, right? So I have to say this, Cheryl, I'm really sorry to say this. I think there's a moral corruption with you. And that's why there's this victory. There's this showboating, right? Because it's almost like no one gets to see how morally corrupt you are. But I'm getting this in a past position. So it's almost like whatever you've been hiding will begin to unravel, which I believe is part of the lawsuits you keep having. I think it's part of understanding from a legal energy that you are morally corrupt. But you keep showboating and using your audience to pretend like you're not. So, you know what it feels like to me? It feels like the Black woman in the big house, right? Feels like mama in the big house. That's Sherelle, mama in the big house. And yet, when you go to mama to work from the field, right? Then mama says to you, I didn't ask for you. I don't even know what you're doing here. You're going to clean this place from top to bottom. Can't stand you. I wanted that other little girl. I wanted your sister, right? And yet, when the girl is with her mother, right? Let's say everybody meets up at church. Then she goes, your daughter does such a wonderful job. That's Sherelle. Showboating, covering up, right? Right? Making a presentation of someone that she's not, because in actuality, she's very inadequate. She wants to be loved. That much I can tell you. And that's what her podcast does provide, right? And when I say love, I don't mean love of a man. I do mean she wants everybody to love her. So I feel like she's the type of person that needs to be paraded around. Look at Sherelle. 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 That's the way I see it. There's a lot of hurt going on inside. So to be honest with you, she has had colorist issues, and 3 major ones that has hurt her deeply. 2 are from childhood. Another cover-up card. She's frozen in time. So you're never going to get the real Sherelle. There is a new beginning for her, and I did hear her say she wants to do, she has a crime YouTube, and I think that is the best way to go, Sherelle. She's just going to be worried whether or not you guys carry over to the crime YouTube. But personally, I like crime. I'm a 2020 Dateline type of person. Maybe you could focus on black crimes. Maybe. I don't know. You decide. I'm not telling you what to do. In the end, she knows that the love that you all give her equates to money. So I don't know what sign she is, but she's not stupid. She started the podcast for the money, which I'm not mad at that. Like, it is what it is. Fuck it. Is she colorist? Let me take a look. Oh, I don't have the book here. Oh, I do. Is she colorist? She covers up the colorist. It's not that I can give you a direct answer. Is she colorist? I believe that something good has emerged out of bad circumstances. So it's not that she's colorist. She's learned to play the game. So she definitely wouldn't see herself as colorist. And she's in alignment with the Giselles and the Robins of the world, who definitely don't see themselves as colorists, but doesn't understand that they use colorism to their advantage because it's always been there. Like Candace going to private schools, it's inherited, it's brought on, it's placed upon you. And that is Sherelle. So I guess there is a category of people that are colorists, don't want to admit that they're colorists because the way they've been operating doesn't, for them, act like it's colorist. Oh, Sherelle, Sheena. Sherelle. Because she made some terrible, terrible statements talking about Carlos King's podcast on colorism. And it was just a topic she shouldn't have touched because it kind of revealed who she really was. Sin W, in my opinion, very low. She vibrates very low. So, with that being said, again, I am about taking care of myself, and being Zen is a whole workout. Trying to be Zen is a workout. And what I need to do is separate myself, right? Because it's a work in progress trying to be Zen. And you're right, she vibrates low, so I don't think she understands how bad she is. I don't think she gets it. Right side up gambler. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. I don't know what that means. Hi, James. How are you doing, mommy love? James, how old are you that you think you can call me mommy? Just curious. How old are you? Who authorized you to call me mommy? Just curious. Auntie? Not mommy, though. Like, do you get it? Like, mommy is for my son. Mama Tracy, Auntie Tracy. But mommy and love doesn't go together. Are we good? Mommy is reserved for one child, my son. And he doesn't call me mommy. He calls me ma. All right, I'm over it. I know you didn't mean any harm. I just get very testy sometimes. A gambler, a risk taker who plays the odds, including certain addicts, entrepreneurs, day traders, and those who take risk in politics and other social, hi Ryan, other social arenas. Attempts to outrun the speed at which ordinary change happens. Positive aspect manifests in following your intuition, even in the face of universal doubt. Whatever. I don't know what that means. All righty now. Are we good? Just let me add, I love Carlos King. I love the responsibility that you have brought to the podcast world. And thank you. I appreciate you. So he also has a radio show, guys. I would encourage you to follow him on his radio show. Please. I think it's important to follow people who are healthy. There are just so many things going on in the world that is so unhealthy that we have to be mindful to follow people whose voices are healthy. That's what I'm trying to say. What's funny, Sin W? I don't know what I said that was funny. What did I say? All right. I am your YouTube correspondent for CNN. It is officially unofficial, right? And for March 1st, we got to March 1st. Did anybody see these 28 days were the longest 28 days of my life? I have never had the longest Black History Month ever. Every page and every channel was educating me on Black history. The gruesome details, the inventions, the this, that, and the third. I learned so many things this Black History Month. Y'all were wired this next month's going to be lit. We might as well call Black History Juneteenth because next year is going to be lit. Y'all went the fuck off on Black History this month. It was lit. And I'm very proud of you all for educating us. I love that part. All right, 5 things you need to know for February. Angel, thank God it's March 1st. 5 things you need to know for February 28th. Student loan debt, Ukraine storms Disney, Mexico. Mexico, what's up in Mexico? Student loan. The Supreme Court will take up 2 challenges today concerning President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program. The decision is expected in June or early July. Boom, it's over. Stop making this news. They're getting it. Their decision's not coming until June or July. And sucks to be you all, if they don't forgive the loan, but give another $1 billion to Israel. The fuck? All right, I'm over it. Ukraine. Are Ukrainians racist? Does anybody know? I'm just asking for a friend. Are they racist? Storms. Nearly 50 million people across the Northeast are under winter weather alerts today as a storm that brought tornadoes and damaging winds to the central U.S. sweeps into the region. Boston and New York City are on track for their biggest snowstorm events. New York City, it's coming. Unusually warm weather with 4 to 6 inches of snow and ice expected in New York City. It's coming, guys. Prepare. All right. Disney. Didn't I tell you there was going to be a fight between Disney and Florida DeSantis? Didn't I say that in one of my morning show feeds? He hates Disney. He hates them. Why? All right. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill Monday that gives him new power over Disney. This is hilarious. Effectively punishing the entertainment giant for speaking out against the Republicans' political agenda. Miss Shea, Florida is hilarious. I was like, is Ukraine racist? Does anybody know? She sent this over. Do you think? Are they racist? Sarah, what happened with Sarah? I'm missing you guys. 2/28, my birthday. Happy birthday to Sarah. Happy birthday to Sarah. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you and many more. I like birthdays. I do. Happy birthday, Sarah. All right. The new law amounts to a state takeover of the Reedy Creek Improvement District, the government body that has given Disney unique powers in Central Florida for more than half of a century. It allows the governor to replace the district's existing board with the 5-member body that he handpicks. The move against Disney comes nearly a year after the company spoke out against a Florida bill, blah, 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 about, LGBTQ gender identity. What do you think is going to happen between... Disney just has to survive long enough for DeSantis to run for president. And if he gets in, then Disney has nothing to worry about. If he doesn't get in, then Disney might have to move. Disney, why don't you just go to California and really expand California? Do what you did in Florida, except that you can't play the same bullshit and not pay people in California, Disney. So I do know why Ron DeSantis is going after you. It's not just that you care about the LGBT community. I don't even think Disney pays the right amount of taxes. All right, whatever. Mexico. In the wake of a mass protest in Mexico City over the weekend, Mexico's President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador dismissed concerns about his plan to shrink the country's electoral watchdog and accused protesters of having links to drug traffickers. Oh, he's just going to arrest everybody. Many protesters held signs that read, "Hands off the INE," referencing the National Electoral Institute, which oversees elections and has been accused of bipartisanship by Lopez Obrador. Mexican lawmakers last week approved a bill backed by the president to cut the budget of the agency, which could lead to an 85% reduction in its staff, as well as the closure of several local offices. Electoral officials warned the change will affect their ability to run free and fair elections. That's true. Ahead of the 2024 general election, when Lopez Obrador, who is limited to a 6-year term, is expected to anoint a successor. Well, I think that, much like Putin, Obrador wants to be a lifelong leader. All right, guys. Okay, let's talk about Robert Murdoch. Robert Murdoch, the chairman, Rupert Murdoch, the chairman of Fox Corporation, admitted in a deposition that some Fox News hosts endorsed false claims that the 2020 election was stolen. The filing also reviewed that Murdoch privately blasted some of former President Donald Trump's election lies as bullshit and damaging. Murdoch's remarks were public and he kind of has to be honest in a deposition, or else it could be his downfall too. So he kind of has to admit the truth. All right, guys, what's everybody saying? Let me go back. Happy Queen Day, Sarah. If I'm not mistaken, Ukrainians were racist to the Africans that lived there and wanted to escape. Yeah, that's why I keep asking the question. It's a playback to that moment, Sarah. Are they racist? Do you think? Rather than bring out stories on how devastating it is for the Ukrainians being bombed every day by Putin. And the reason why I'm doing that is because a woman and her child came to America and was freed from death and bombings and wound up being hosted by someone that lived around Muslims and Black folks. And she didn't feel safe in the neighborhood that she was put in. So I'm just thinking she must have felt safer with Putin's bombings. So now I've decided, as my job, volunteer for CNN on YouTube, my correspondence job doesn't include talking about the Ukrainians anymore. But because they do show up on my feed, then I just ask, are they racist? Do you think they're racist? Anybody? So that's why I do that. But yeah, Sarah, you got the gist of it. All right, Janine, to the people, keep Tupac alive. What happened, Janine? Angel, we've got to hang on to the 28th. They only give us 28 days to publicly acknowledge. I know, we're going to do this through March 2nd. You don't give us too short. That's colorism. That's racist. And that is something that people before us, not you and I, accepted. Like, who was there at the boardroom? Who was there in politics when somebody said, give them February? Who was fighting for us? Oh, nobody. There was nobody Black in the room. By the way, Bravo, can we please have some Black executive, and you better showcase and let us know. Hey, guys, we hired a Black executive VP with 4 degrees. When do you apply for that job, please? Disney probably gets huge tax breaks. They do. They hella do. Love in the purple. Thank you, sweetie. They are storing tanks with the waste from the train derailment in Deer Park, Texas. Yeah, I know. I know. I know all this stuff. Tiffany, they put a hold on sending the waste to Texas right now. Oh, they did? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, that's because it leaked out. Now they'll find some other stupid state. And I'm not calling Texas stupid. Texas is so large that they figure if they put it in some cornfield, nobody will know. I'm Black every day, not just February. Yes. Black history, present and future, 365. I got you. I got you. That's why I love IG, because there are certain channels that keep it black, and TikTok. There are certain channels that keep it black 365. If you all want to know the list of channels, let me know. I will send them over. Janine asked. Every chance I got, I sent Janine an article, but what I was really giving her was the people that do black all day, every day, keeping it blackety black, hotep black. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know what it is. Do have a, let me see, my list didn't come over today. My list didn't come over today, so I don't know what I have today so far. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go get Zen. I need to wash Sherelle off of me. Ugh, get away from me. Ugh. Ugh. I got to go get Zen again? Beans. Okay, let me tell you the story real quick. So, I'm at agriculture last week, and there's this guy that I ran into a year ago. And I said to them, where is your store? Right? Oh, God. I said, where is your store? Downtown Christiansted. I know the name of the store. Every Wednesday I go. No one's ever there. So in downtown Christiansted, it's coming alive again because COVID really shut it down. So I'm thinking, maybe they're never going to open back up again, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? Agriculture's here this year. And I said, praise God, I'm going to find that, because I remembered the place where this guy was at. I was like, I'm going to find him. I'm going to go to the same place. Hopefully he's there. He's there. So I say to him, where's your store at? And he explains it the same way. Downtown Christiansted, right next to the post office, blah, 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 blah. And I said, you are never there. And he says, I'm there every Saturday. And I was like, oh, man, I didn't know that. For a whole year, I've been looking for you. A whole year. And I'm only there on Wednesdays, maybe Fridays. I never go to downtown Christiansted on Saturdays. I'm working. I'm doing my conversations with God. Then I do readings right after that. Like, I'm usually busy on Saturdays, right? When he goes, well, now I'm thinking about it. That was why I was busy on Sunday. In any case, he goes, so I looked at him. I said, don't you want to be open during the week? He goes, yeah, but I can't find anybody to work. And I said, can I work for you? I said, the only thing is, I work with computers. So if I work for you, I just need to do my job out of your store. And he was like, I like that. So he gave me his name. And then he looks at me and he goes, what's your name? And then he goes, wait, don't tell me. And he had his back to me. And he turns around and he goes, Zen. And I looked at him and I said, that works. And he goes, do you know what I mean when I say Zen? And I said, I absolutely do. And he goes, okay, so your name is Zen. So I call him to make sure he was there on Saturday. I go to visit him and I'm waiting for him inside the store because it turns out downtown Christiansted is a little busy on Saturdays. So I'm waiting for him inside the store. And he comes in and he looks at me and he goes, Zen. And I was like, yes, how are you? So I might be working for this man. And then he decided, it's not going to happen right away, but he decided that he wanted me outside selling fruits and vegetables. But it's a herbal store. But he wants me outside selling fruits and vegetables. So you know what I said to him? I'll do whatever you want. I just want to work for you. Except that if I'm outside, then I can't sneak and do psychic works. I have to figure that out. In any case, I can always do readings in the morning. I can figure it out. I'll figure it out. Or I could do readings outside. I just bring my laptop. I could figure it out. We'll figure it out. Tracy, I appreciate all the information that you've sent my name, not sent my way. Knowledge is power. You're welcome, sweetie. Yes, yes. And I love the people that I sent to you. No. There's a thing. It's an awning. All the people do it. It's an awning, and you sell under the awning. I'll be fine. Yeah, not in the sun, but outside in the sun. But you know, when you want to do something, it doesn't matter. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter, really. You know? In any case, I love you all. It is 10:23. We did good. And I love you all. Oh, seeing how much work I have today. I got openings, that's for sure. I got plenty of openings. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It'll even get me to know the locals if I work outside. It'll get me to know the locals. You know, I would if he works with me well, I would prefer that he would get word out to the agricultural community, and I would prefer to sell their food if he gets the word out. But we'll see. I brought fish from him. The fish is really good. I brought snapper. Oh, so good. So good. Grand Rising. Good health, Lisa. Aw, Tracy and everyone. I hope it all works out. You will I'll figure it out. We'll see how it works out. I'm willing to do what it takes to participate more. I just need my car. Because even Saturday, when I went, I waited an hour for the taxi, and that was in the sun. And I had to have my umbrella over my head. I need that car more than anything. All right, guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. It felt that way too. Yeah. Yeah, it felt that way, Angel. It felt like divine intervention. We'll see. Bye, guys. Wait, what happened?
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey